Alrighty. Um, I hope this is working. I just tried it for the first time and I absolutely banged it, but here we go. My name is Joshua Myers. This is for Intro to Speech, and this is how swimming can change your life for the better. Let's dive into it. Swimming is a lot more than just a sport or a hobby, it's a lifestyle. In fact, it improves pretty much every factor of a human being. Not just physical health, not just getting stronger, it also helps with body transformations and activation of the muscles and mental health. I'll get into those in a little bit. Personal connection. Now I know what you're thinking. Who's that handsome devil on the screen? It's me. I think that's around 12 years old. I don't know why I'm wearing a watch, but yeah. My personal connection to the sport is I've been swimming since the age of 5. My parents threw me into the water and, just expect me to float. But I swam all 4 years of high school. I also swam all 3 years of middle school. I went to states for all 4 years. The strokes that I really liked to swim were 50-yard freestyle and 100 breaststroke. I didn't put 50-yard freestyle on here because I didn't swim it often, but I liked it a lot. The other one that I swam was a 200-yard IM. 200 yard, for people that don't know what this is, the IM is a mix of all four strokes: butterfly, then backstroke, then breaststroke, then freestyle. But in this situation, it's a 200 yards, so it's 50 butterfly, 50 backstroke, 50 breaststroke, 50 freestyle. And yeah, no, my whole family has been swimming pretty much since the dawn, or not the dawn of time, but since birth. And we're all decent to our own. I think I'm the fastest now, mainly because no one else kind of like picked up on it. Well, yeah. The importance of swimming. Now, I know what you're thinking. Josh, why don't you just go to the gym and lift to get stronger? You make a good point, but there's a better and easier way to do it. So, like weightlifting, there are things that consist of muscle building. And like on the screen, not the pictures, the words, the sets that I have down there are examples of cardio and muscle building. The cardio is a 10 times 50 freestyle, just like a 10 curl up set or something like that, or 10 bench press of your max. And basically, this tests your heart rate and it gets you a 50 is a down and back. If you do that 10 times, that's a 500. And that's pretty good. Um, that would be based on cardio, depending on what your time you're leaving the wall and everything. But I'm pretty sure y'all can figure that out. A 4 times 200 yard freestyle set. That's more muscle building because you're trying to better your lungs and your heart capacity in order to further or go further distances than just maybe a 50. That really helps your body build kind of a not an immunity level, but sort of like a resistance to not going a certain distance, but actually going farther than the actual distance. Now, the pictures on the screen, the cardio set, it's just like running on a treadmill for a cardio set. Muscle building. That second picture is actually very interesting. That lady is using these, I don't remember the actual name, they're claws that help hinder your arms in order for you to slow down, focus on your stroke, in order to gain muscle mass because these things are they have little holes in it that drag you like a drag suit, like a normal bathing suit that someone would wear, not the um swim meet kind of bathing suit. Those things help a lot when it comes to gaining muscle. But yeah, body transformations. I think everyone knows Michael Phelps. He's pretty jacked in that picture. He's still pretty jacked to this day, and he actually has a really crazy diet. I think he eats about 10,000 calories a day. but he burns it all off because of swimming. Because swimming really does help with that. Um, Katie Ledecky, Haley Anderson. As you can see from most of these pictures, they all have humongous upper bodies. Well, you can't really see Katie Ledecky, but this is what I'm saying. They have a lot of upper body strength because a lot of these strokes that they do focus on the upper body. Now, not all of them do, but the majority of them do. They all have humongous traps. I don't want to, I have decent traps. They're not as big as they used to be, but yeah, these guys are pretty jacked. The first thing it really does happen when you really start to swim like competitively for maybe a year or two, you'll notice it in your upper body more than your lower body. Effects on mental health. This is one that I really wanted to touch on because swimming does help you mentally. There was a study done that I have linked right there, and it's also in my MLA format. It shows, it's a CDC article about how warm water can actually affect your brain. Now, I know what you're saying. Just go take a hot shower and you can, you know, just not have to swim a bunch. But what this water does is it makes you less focused on everything else that's going on, or rather, or, or, or sorry, let me reword that again. It helps you not focus as much as else is going on, but rather on what is on the task at hand, which is down and back, down and back, down and back. Or what kind of stroke am I doing? Hey, am I faster than you? Kind of things like that when you're swimming. Um, yeah, I really wanted to bring this up because I can say without a doubt that my anxiety and depression pretty much, I don't want to say vanish, but I usually don't tend to think as much when I'm in the water because I feel a lot more relaxed, if that makes sense. But it's not a cure or anything. I'm just saying from my own personal experience, that's what it does for me. Um, all right, this one. How each stroke activates you. Now, as you can see, well, you can't really see backstroke because of my screen, unless you can. Um, Butterfly really is the ultimate, I wouldn't say ultimate stroke. I would say it's technically the fastest stroke, but it really works every muscle of your body. When you see, or you haven't seen people, well, you may have, but I'm going to do a physical representation. You're kind of doing stuff like that, and you're activating your muscles, your shoulders, your core, which is the most important part of butterfly. And you're doing this sort of dolphin kick where both of your legs are like this and you're fluttering like that. And yeah, the like key to butterfly is having a really good core because then the core can activate everything else on its own. But freestyle is majority in upper body, but it still works the lower body a little bit. It's more like a primary, secondary kind of thing. Your upper body, you're going whoo 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 whoo. That's not really a good stroke interpretation, but your legs are just kicking. But yeah, that's basically what freestyle is. It really works your upper body. Um, I have something. I think it's a not a muscle deficiency, but it basically because I only breathe to my right sometimes, majority of the times, I have a muscle deficiency or muscle. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, this side of my body is a lot short or smaller than this side because I'm used to breathing and using right here, and that creates really off rhythm freestyle, which creates instead of going straight down the line, it creates your body like this, and it's not really good for the stroke because when you're going to the water, most people think, oh, let's like put our arms out. No, you want to get like that. Um, yeah. Breaststroke, that's my stroke. Breaststroke is a pretty easy stroke, I think, in my opinion. Um, it really does help your lower body. The best example I can give you that's even close to breaststroke is thinking about a frog and how irregular it moves. It has these slanted legs. They go like this, glide, oh, breathe, stuff like that. That was my favorite stroke. Backstroke. That really wasn't really my stroke. It is the first stroke you actually learn. Most people think it's freestyle. No, it's backstroke. They get you to float on your back first. They teach you backstroke. That really activates your pecs, thighs, and glutes. Again, it's more like, it's kind of like an inverted freestyle, but on your back. Yeah, basically inverted. But yeah, that is the end. Thank you so much.